Happy Wednesday, Georgian Bay. Welcome to this week's episode of The Scoop, your backstage pass to the people, stories, and conversations shaping our community. I'm Katerina, Kova, and I'm so excited to introduce the incredible guests we have lined up for you today. But first, let's say hello to my fabulous co-hosts, Janene and Nadia.
Hi.
Hello, darlings.
Hi, we missed you.
Yeah, we missed you.
I miss yours too.
Tripsing around Japan.
Yes.
Yes,
It's a remarkable time.
Say something. Say something.
Konnichiwa. Arigatou gozaimasu.
I got nothing.
Yeah, that's okay. It's a pretty complicated language, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay, this is totally off topic of traveling in Japan, except well, maybe not. What I want to know is where do you ladies go? So let's say you're trying to avoid gardening like me. Where do you want to go for your local hangout? Don't look at me because I hate gardening.
You
I know
don't like
love-
gardening?
No.
You are. I should come over to your house and use your garden.
You can come over any day and
Okay.
Yeah.
garden for me.
Yeah.
I want to know where your local hangout is. What do you like about a local hangout?
I like to feel like Norm from Cheers, but the female version. You know?
Where everybody knows your name.
Everybody knows your name. But honestly,
I don't know this.
we just aged ourselves, Janene.
Sorry. I wish I could join in, but I have no idea what they're singing.
What is wrong with you?
Oh my gosh.
Anywho, no, but seriously, definitely vibes, atmosphere, food, great service. And if there's a patio, did I mention food?
Yes. Great food.
Because none of that means anything if the food isn't good. Okay? We need amazing food. Yeah?
Right.
Katerina?
For me, it's cocktails and atmosphere. So I'm a very visual person, so I need to have beautiful visuals and cocktails. Like these beautiful ones.
my goodness,
Anything
I
that just
know.
makes me very happy.
I like a place where I can go even if I'm by myself and walk in and feel comfortable. Because I don't always have, a person to go out with. And
Right.
sometimes if you want to go out. So for me, it would be like the staff. Because if I can walk
Yeah.
into a place and I know someone there, then I don't feel so awkward kind of being. But, I mean,
it makes you feel welcomed, right?
yeah.
Great food, great cocktails, great places.
So just like a small list.
Yeah.
And Collingwood has all that. But while we're on the topic of local hangouts, today we are on location at Lowdown, which is a cozy cocktail and snack bar tucked away in downtown Collingwood.
Known for its playful menu, warm atmosphere, and regular entertainment nights, Lowdown has become one of the hottest go-to spots in town.
Today we're chatting with one of the founders, Cassie Mackell.
Cassie!
Morning, Cassie!
Thank you so much for being here.
And have a drink here.
Yay! So they said this is edible, this flower?
It technically is.
Wow.
Put it in your mouth.
Just go for it. No one ever does.
It's so beautiful. That's why.
Gardening, right?
Oh, I like it in my hair. That's what they totally are.
Oh my gosh, what are these cocktails, mocktails?
We'll start over here. So that's our Lumette and tonic. So it is a non-alcoholic gin with our house-made hibiscus and lime tonic. And then next we have the Imperial Buck. So this is pineapple, ginger beer, lime.
When I come, this is what I always get. This
Yeah.
is like my go-to. Yeah.
Yeah, sharing.
So it's nice.
This is the Blueprint. So it's a blueberry shrub, a non-alcoholic rum, soda, and mint. So kind of mojito vibes. And then our most popular cocktail on our menu is the Hotel Lobby. Typically it has tequila in it, but we've done a non-alcoholic version, which we can do with most of our cocktails too.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Everyone.
Amazing.
So there will be no slurring in this interview.
So why don't we start with your story? What inspired you to open Lowdown and how did all of this come to be?
Yes, so I'm born and raised in Collingwood and have been working in the restaurant industry for, I guess, over 15 years now. Worked in some amazing places, Oliver Bonacini up at Blue Mountain, Azura, back when that was open in Collingwood. And I ended up helping open up Bent Taco years ago with a great team.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I would say that's kind of when my passion for bartending really kicked off. Each week I would do a different cocktail special and I would have people who would come every weekend and just be like, we want the special, we want the special. And it kind of gave me a lot of freedom to really try new things, find out what works in this community and what doesn't. And so I was really enjoying that. And then also my husband's in the restaurant industry. And so a lot of times on our days off, we would end up going to Toronto to eat and drink. And eventually I was like, well, there's some places in Toronto that really inspire me that I think would do really well in Collingwood. So I got a little bit of encouragement from some other people who are in the industry, who were bartenders who turned that passion into an ownership project and opened what they wanted to work at. And so I just, in 2018, I was like, I'm going to start this. And I wrote the business plan. And then in 2019, we opened. And when I say we, I mean myself and Jeff Beltran. So I came up with the concept. And I knew I wanted a business partner that was the chef, because that's not my forte, the cooking. I can do the drinks, but I don't cook. And I was thinking, I couldn't think of anyone for a while. And I was like, am I going to have to, import someone from another city in Ontario? I'm going to have to find someone and start a business. Like, how am I going to do this? And I was asleep one night and literally had the 3 a.m., sat up in bed. I was like, Jeff, oh my God. So he at the time worked at another restaurant. But I knew he was capable of cooking this style of food that I was wanting at the restaurant. And so I texted him and said, let's go for a beer. Literally like 2 sips into the beer, I said, this is the idea. This is the vision. And he was like, I'm in.
Wow. Well, let's talk about the vibe in here. It is very fun and can be very intimate as well.
Yeah.
What was the vision for the design and for the menu?
Yeah. So as far as design, ideally, I really wanted a place that was like subterranean. Like, when you're in high school and you go to like a basement party and you're walking down the stairs and you're kind of higher and you can see everyone who's in there and you're like, oh, this is going to be a good party. That's what I really wanted. But Collingwood doesn't have any underground basements available for rent. So, it took us like 6 months to find a place in Collingwood. But when we walked in here, we were like, this is it. Just a block off of here, Ontario. So it's a little bit more intimate and not as much traffic. It was a small space and we were like, we can make this work. And then the designs, we wanted it to be kind of like, I know it's daylight right now, but mostly we're open in the evening. So we wanted it to be like dark, intimate vibes, the neon glowing lights, bass booming from the 90s hip hop music. So just kind of like, like everyone's just chill. Again, I'm a house party kind of girl. So that kind of vibe too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
To be able to bring back that passion and those times that we all have such fun memories of, honestly.
Yeah.
So you're known for having a variety of specials, like your cocktails and mocktails, daily happy hour, but you also host live entertainment.
Yes.
Tell us about the kinds of performers and the events that you've featured in the past and what might be coming up.
Yeah, so we always have something going on. I'll get, again, middle of the night ideas and be like, okay, we're going to do this kind of party or this kind of event. We've really tried lots of different ones over the years, and it's just what's unique and what keeps people connected to the business. Like, I went there, they did this crazy thing, and they'll tell all their friends. It was so much fun, rather than the same, event that you see all the time. That being said, we do live music every Thursday, which, after when COVID happened and like live music stopped everywhere, it was such a sad time. So once things opened up again, we were like, okay, we're going to get that live music going. And we did. So we do that every Thursday. When it's warm out, we'll be out on the patio, which is always nice. We've done over the years tons of drag shows as well. That was another thing that sparked out of COVID was our patio drag shows. Just get everyone outside, have fun, laugh, and forget about what was going on at the time. And then we continue to work with the Rainbow Club, Pride Collingwood, and doing events out here. Other events, like in March, I did Femme Rock Riot, which was a fundraiser for my friend's house. It was a local women's shelter. And that was an evening of music, all female musicians. We did a silent auction and raised lots of money too. So there's always something going on. And every month we do a featured cocktail as well. So we'll pick, we like to pick as local as we can for the organizations. And then what we'll do is create a cocktail that kind of is inspired by that. And then we will donate $1 from everyone's soul to that charity of the month. So it's really fun because myself and the other bartenders all take turns in creating those. So it gets us all a chance to say, this organization is special to me because of this. And I want to create this cocktail because I'm inspired because of that. And then it works together. And we have a lot of people who stay tuned for the first of every month who say, oh, what's the cocktail this month? And they want to come and try. So it's fun. And it makes us feel like, we're leading in the community in a positive way. And it's just something as easy as, giving $1 here. And then I know other businesses that have said, I'm going to do that too. So I love to lead by example in that sense.
That's awesome. Do you ever repeat a cocktail?
Yes, we have. Sometimes there's such a big hit.
Fan favorites.
Yeah, sometimes we have such a big fit that either like we might bring it back, say it was like the October of one year, we might bring it back October again the next year. Or we've even put some that were like, this has to go on the menu because we had so many people be like, this is the best thing I've ever had. So, and that's fun. And it's good. Like we've been open almost 6 years now. So it's good. I know, it's wild. So it's good to bring back like old favorites and, you know, revisit some, and then still with us creating new ones as well. Yeah.
Any events for the summer that people can look forward to?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, we are a really big partner with Collingwood Pride and the Rainbow Club. So entirety of Simcoe Street here will be shut down. Main stage is going to be happening Friday, July 11th and 12th. So that's going to be our biggest one for the summer that we'll be partnering with as much as possible. And then our live music every Thursday. I've got a couple events up our sleeve right now that we're thinking about, like a long table dinner with a partner. There might be like a Jello shot competition coming.
Erin looking at you.
Oh, there.
Erin's ready.
So yeah, there's some things I'm working on. And sometimes I get these ideas and I just have a list on my phone. I'm like,
that's awesome.
How can I make this actually?
You know what we need to do is come here and play spin the bottle.
But it's fun. It's great because you like see, everybody wants to. Everybody loves being brought back into those moments. So running a business like this can be both rewarding and intense, I'm sure. Have there been surprises or lessons that you've learned since opening 6 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just that I've quickly became so grateful for the community in Collingwood, specifically. We opened in 2019, 6 months before the pandemic started, and I was like, this is the scariest thing ever. I just invested all this money. What are we gonna do? And then it was like the community just came out full force, supported us with takeout, and then when we reopened, supported us coming in. So we could not have been here without all that support. And it's just like, it just goes to show that how much this community supports like entrepreneurs and local businesses. And I'm so grateful for that. And then just like meeting really cool people along the way that you never would come across. So it's working in the restaurant industry. Yes, it's challenging, but it's also super rewarding in that sense. So
Cassie, thank you so much for having us here today. Okay, now ladies, who's ready for a cocktail?
Yes, thank you. Coming up next, we're chatting with the owner of another local hangout, one that combines storytelling and craft beer.
Stick around, we'll be right back. Oh, so good.
Welcome back to The Scoop. Our next guests are here to talk about a unique collaboration between storytelling and craft beer.
ENDSWELL Beer is an independent, small-scale brewery and tap room in Collingwood, known for slow vibes, local love, and meaningful conversations.
Co-owners and partners in life and business, Dana Kaluzny and her husband, Mike Noonan, have a love story of their own when it comes to breweries.
Recently, ENDSWELL teamed up with local producer Jim Rowe of Collingwood Stories to host a storytelling night that promises to be as heartfelt as it is entertaining.
Please welcome Dana and Jim. Yay!
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us on The Scoop. So tell us, what was the inspiration for you and your husband to start ENDSWELL?
So Mike and I met in the craft beer industry. We were hired at the same time at the same craft brewery in Toronto in 2008. And although it took us 3 years to actually talk to one another, which we walked home from a party, and then we're married a year later. The chemistry was pretty instant. And we started this dream of wanting to create a space and more so a culture where people could come together. And it's one of the things that we loved about the craft beer industry. Yes, the beer is wonderful, but it was more about how all these different people came together, and beer and sharing beer was a chance to share conversations and stories and get to know people and build bridges and all these relationships. And that's what we wanted to create with ENDSWELL. And we spent 10 years committed to that dream, raising the capital to do it, to own it independently ourselves, so that we could continue to do things on our terms, which very importantly is about the culture that we want to create and maintain.
So sorry, can I just ask, did you guys not see each other for like the first 3 years? Like,
So no, it's back to
the love story.
Back to the love story. It is cool. So we got hired at the same time, but in 2 different departments. So I was hired in retail and events, so the hospitality, so all front of house. He was hired back of house for distribution. And so not only his schedule was different from mine, he was mornings and I was like more the evenings. But we were kind of passing shifts. But the other cool part of the story, why we walked home together, is that we were living on the same street in downtown Toronto.
No way.
So this was
That
from the
whole
beginning.
time.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. And a lot of people say like, oh, wow, running a business with your partner in life and love, and we have 2 children together, and but we wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. That's what works between us.
And I read online your wedding was also
Yes.
in a brewery?
Yes. We got married at said brewery where we met. And we got married first at, again, on our own terms. We got married at City Hall so we could have this type of ceremony and the get-together that we wanted to have without all of the legal sort of procedures involved. And so my uncle ended up marrying us, was the officiant, and we didn't exchange rings. We had this big glass boot, which is the German dust boot.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I know
so
that
it
one.
was full, and you clink it, you drink out of it, passed it to him, he clinked it, drunk out of it, and then this wouldn't pass after COVID, but then as a way of bringing everybody into the union, the boot was passed around for the rest of the party right after, and then it was like, all right, everybody party. Like we got married in the middle of a party. That's the best.
So we're here to talk about ENDSWELL beer and storytelling, but I'm kind of, loving this little soap opera side.
This is what you get at ENDSWELL is like what we want. So our tag is beer for people who love beer with people. And so conversations at the heart of it. It's why we don't have TVs in the space. So if you come and you hang out at the brewery, expect I'm behind the bar as well as some other amazing staff. You're going to get these exchange of stories when you're there. Like that's just inevitable. That's what we're here for.
The local hangout. Yeah. Turning the focus to Jim, tell us, for those of us who may not know about Collingwood Stories, what is it and how did it all start?
Collingwood Stories started about a year and a half ago. I was in Toronto and I went and saw an old friend of mine who does a monthly series at the Rivoli. And I said, this could work in Collingwood. Flash forward to last September, we produced our first, I produced the first show in here, the beautiful Simcoe Street Theatre, and we had, I think, 8 or 9 storytellers, and you won.
Yeah! So good. It was so good.
And we can see from what Dana was just talking about, the power of stories, right? And so that's what we want to do. We want to have people come tell their story. Can be funny, can be sad, can make you cry, whatever you want it to be. And people do all sorts of things. And we had so much fun that when Dana opened her brewery, we said, we kind of gave each other the...
Yeah, right away we knew.
And we knew we were going to do this.
And before that show, I'd said to you that when ENDSWELL opens, I really want to start having a regular storytelling series in our space. And a lot of that is because I've been both a participant and a teaching assistant for a storytelling group online for 3 years. So, and then I've had the ability to perform at the Viva Variety Show, shout out to that show, 2 stories at that. And I know there's so many people that have a story to share, and it is so, like you said, it's so powerful. And to provide a platform for even people to just practice, and gain that confidence that they have something really valuable and inspiring to say. And Jim totally gets that.
Well, storytelling is as old as time.
old,
At the end of the day, let's sit around. What do? We talk about stuff. That's how the oral history came about, passing them down from generation to generation. And you get a combination of stand-up comedians who sometimes want to go to a longer format. But my focus is typically with actors, because that's who I've worked with my entire life.
And my background with storytelling is kind of cool because it's not with actors. It's with a lot of writers or people who just really want to learn more about themselves and take that next step of sharing more of themselves with other people. So I think it's our two worlds colliding in this space is great because we're going to bring a lot of local performers, but we're also going to make it very accessible for people who aren't performers, but who have the capacity to really engage people, for them to feel like this is a safe space for them to be brave.
Yeah, for sure. And that is a great segue into my next question, because a lot of people might want to participate next time after they see what's on stage. So what should they know?
Just sign up. Send me an email, send me a DM on Instagram, sign up. I had a guy contact me last week. He said, I'm interested in this. Tell me more. I said, okay, have you ever done it before? Because that doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
All you need to do is write 6 minutes, commit it to memory, come out and tell your story.
Max 6 minutes. I mean, you have a 1 to 2 minute story. We have somebody who's really into poetry and they would like more of that format to tell their story because that feels comfortable to them. Great. You explore with the format. We're basically giving you pretty much like, 0 to 6 minutes to do what you want to do. And we provide a theme.
The original theme that I came up with was first time, my first time. And I was thinking it could be anything. Your first marriage car, little orange sports car. Could be anything about my first time. It's pretty elastic. You could basically stretch it to fit anything. And then Dana decided that...
Okay, does anybody know Brene Brown's concept, the FFT?
No.
Maybe. Okay. All right, look into Brene Brown, FFT, which it's first time. And the reason why that other F is in there is to encapsulate all the different feelings and the ride of emotions that come with the vulnerability and the messiness of doing something for the first time. And so I just loved that. And I loved that it almost gave permission for any new storyteller where this might be the first time, that it's okay to be messy and vulnerable. But the goal ultimately is by creating a regular storytelling showcase at ENDSWELL and with Collingwood Stories, that we're building up a community of storytellers so that we can have a festival.
If you think about how many times we tell stories during a day, right? It doesn't feel like we're storytellers, but I mean, so like this weekend, for example.
There we go.
I was, right?
Yeah, it's that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dana and Jim, thank you for sharing your stories. But we're not done with you yet. After the break, we're giving our viewers a little taste of what a storytelling night might be like.
We'll be right back.
Ooh.
Welcome back to The Scoop. We've been chatting with Jim and Dana about their ENDSWELL Beer storytelling event, and we're going to put some of our storytelling skills to the test.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, is right.
On Friday night, I was sitting at home and I was thinking, what am I going to have for dinner tonight?
Oh Lord, is it?
And I was just sitting there thinking, I looked through my shelves, there wasn't much there, and I thought, I feel like some raw fish. Dana, take it away.
I don't get a theme or anything. I just have to go with that.
Raw fish is the theme. Sushi.
Sushi. One of the things that I love about being a parent is that I get to create rituals with my kids and my family. And the one ritual that we have that was an absolute surprise and delight to me is that we all love having a huge sushi dinner as our Christmas Eve dinner all together as a family. And my sons appreciate really good sashimi and sushi, and that makes me very proud. Nice. What's a family ritual of yours?
I grew up in Vancouver, so sushi is sort of a staple for us there. And my daughter, from the time she was 2, less than that, a year and a half, it's when she could eat, swallow, and swallow food, especially the seaweed, because it can get stuck down your throat a little bit. But we would go, and she would be my sushi date almost 3 times a week at least on our way to preschool. And to this day, same thing. Salmon sashimi is her favorite, and she's expensive, but I mean, well cultured, right? Yeah.
Janene, any raw fish stories? Not as a West Indian growing up in Trinidad and Tobago first, no. We're all about roasting fish, okay? We eat it with a lot of good starchy foods. However, my first episode into sushi was an interesting one. I loved it, and I still can't get enough of it. That's my story.
I love it.
That's good.
Well, this is a perfect topic considering
you
I
just
just came back from Japan.
Exactly.
So definitely love sushi. The one thing I didn't have in Japan is actually sushi, because they have a lot of udon and ramen and like the noodle soup. So they are divine there. So I have a lot of the vegan options in that. I do eat fish, just not meat, but the sushi was the first thing I had when I came back to Toronto. So I didn't have it in Japan, but I did have a lot of different dishes that had a lot of different fish dishes. But yeah, Japan is just amazing. So sushi for everyone. Yeah.
Awesome.
There you go.
Yay!
Okay. You two are naturals.
I'm going to be in the audience for sure.
Yeah. I would be happy to be up there telling stories.
Okay.
So many stories.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. We've
You're
recruited.
in.
So Dana and Jim, thank you so much. That was so much fun. Your next storytelling event is on September 14th. Tell us when and where to find you.
Doors are at 8 p.m. The stories will kick off at 8:30 p.m. And it is at ENDSWELL Brewery, which is at 26 Elm Street in Collingwood, right off the Harborview Trail. So walk, ride your bike. We've got you covered.
And if you want to come early, you can have great beer all day.
And great pizza, because we have another small business that we share space with, Later Pizza, and they will be serving pizza until 9 o'clock that night.
Unfortunately, this is all the time we have today on the Scoop Georgian Bay. But we'll be back next week with more inspiring guests, local businesses, community stories, and everything you will not want to miss.
A huge thank you to our guests, Cassie Mackell, Dana Kaluzny, and Jim Rowe for sharing your stories with us today.
So what's the Scoop Georgian Bay? You tell us.
If you've got an event, story, or local business we should know about, pop us off an email or drop us a comment below. We'd love to feature you.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.